but to use the past as a springboard for nonviolent, constructive social change today. Because actually the civil rights situation today is that there's been an erosion of a lot of the rights, and unless today's young people, and adults for that matter, are committed, there will be some more erosion. Then the third day, we will go to Selma, and there we will focus on voting rights and participation. And the whole matter of participating in the political process is extremely important. Young adults who don't know what a price Bernard and so many others paid by going to jail have been indifferent about registering and voting, so that only an estimated 28%, according to one recent poll, go out and vote. And then on Thursday, we will go through Philadelphia, Mississippi, and on to Jackson, and there meet with the original Freedom Riders, and there will be some seminars and focusing on what the agenda should be today and what we can do. Each evening there will be mass meetings. For instance, on Tuesday evening the 16th, Ms. Hazel Dukes, who is the president of the NACP in New York, will speak, and John Siegenthaler, the chairman and publisher of the Tennessean, who was an attorney. I mean, he was a special assistant to Robert Kennedy, and he tried to protect one of the young women who was being attacked there in Montgomery, and was hit over the head with a lead pipe, and woke up in the hospital. Persons who sought to defend were hurt too. But we don't want to lay guilt trips on people. That's not our point. Our point is saying, look, a price has been paid for every one of the freedoms. There are lessons that have been learned, such as that if we work together and commit ourselves to nonviolent social change and hang in there together and are willing to pay a price, including going to jail and having people badmouth you and sometimes attack you, then evils can be changed. And I think it's that, rather than just the history of the movement, that we're eager to get across.
Absolutely, and I think that the other important lesson, and the reason why we're taking a lot of the young people with us from across the country, urban communities. In fact, we're taking some young people here from Nashville who are part of our Godfathers program. Many people have heard about our Godfathers program. Why don't you explain
that and tell how those young people will fit into this Freedom Riders revisit?
Well, in addition to learning about the history of the actual Freedom Rides in terms of the kind of thing that Dr. Cloud was talking about, which is very important because they must know about this history, the important lesson we want them to learn is about nonviolence. And our society is so driven with violence, so riveted with violence, literally, and we're losing so many of our young people through the violence in our urban communities. We've got to help build a new level of leadership. But this leadership has to understand that problems can be solved without violence, big problems. And when they see how nonviolence worked in terms of helping to change the society, certainly nonviolence can help them resolve the conflicts between them without shooting and killing each other. And the only way we can do that, Dr. Haney, is that we have got to reach the leadership of young people in this community, because they won't listen to us, but they will listen to their peers. So we've got to develop leadership among the young peers to help lead them out of this violence. We can't wish them out. We can pray, and we can teach them to pray. So our Godfathers program is designed to do that. And each Tuesday night we meet, in addition to as Vice President of Academic Affairs over at the American Baptist College, I also pastor Progressive Baptist Church, and is the local sponsor for the Godfathers program. And we work with students, from young people from 9 to 14, because we feel if we can get them at that age, we can help make a difference. Many of them, unfortunately, don't have the benefit of a male in their household. Many of them incarcerated, sometimes justly and unjustly, for whatever reasons. These young boys have to grow up without the benefit of being able to talk to an older black male about anything. During the course of the school year, most of their teachers are not black males, And so therefore they don't get a chance to interact with them. So it's through church. Number one, we require them to go to church because the moral lessons that they have to learn today are extremely important in terms of helping them to have the fortification and having the spiritual strength when they have to make important decisions about life, like whether they're going to sell dope. That's an important decision they have to make. And we have to help them make the decision and not leave it up to them and just tell them to say no. We've got to give them every reason why not, that you don't just say no, but that your whole life is committed to something new and something different and different values. So that we're taking these young people with us, and of course we need as much support as we can in terms of financial support, but we have a good number of them who are going to go with us on this Freedom Ride, and we're going to have an opportunity to talk to them an entire week and show them some of the events that took place that made a difference in their lives.
Very good. Dr. Clark, you're also going
yes.
by the State Museum, are you not?
Well, yes, but I wanted to lift up a book. We've got stacks and stacks of books on the civil rights movement, but we think it's important for young people and adults to nest this particular episode, the Freedom Rides, in the long range. And so Lerone Bennett Jr. has written a very fine book called Before the Mayflower, A History of Black America. And we're encouraging everyone to get it and to read it because it shows that there has been a struggle for freedom from the very beginning, and it shows this as a continuing process. Now, one of the things that since I was professional in human rights work for a quarter of a century, before retirement a year ago, so many people thought that the civil rights movement ended in the 60s. And I said, there's no way you can reverse slavery and segregation and discrimination in a 10-year push, as good as it is. We've got to enlist for the duration. We've got to continue to open the doors of educational opportunity, of housing, of employment, and of the attitudes of all of us so that we grow in mutual understanding and appreciation.
Very good. Let me say finally that American Baptist College, I think, has participated quite actively in the entire civil rights movement. Not only is it participating in this movement by sending the two of you, but also in other areas. And I also understand that it has a very, very active fundraising campaign going on now. And I've had so many opportunities to deal with American Baptist College that I wanted to take this as an opportunity to personally give my small contribution to your financial fundraising campaign. And hoping that we do know that both of you have played very, very important parts in not only the civil rights movement, but also the campaign fundraising activities that you're carrying on now. And we just wanted to make that official and make that a part of our responsibility to American Baptist College. And let me thank the two of you for coming by and giving us this information. And we do know that you're leaving tomorrow, but we do pray, and our prayers are with you as you go throughout this new experience. And it's hope that you will be able to come back and share some of the same kind of information with us the next time. And let me encourage you to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Good morning.